Have you ever wondered if the secret to your soul's design is quietly pulsing beneath your skin, flowing silently through your veins? What if your blood type is more than a biological detail? What if it's a spiritual fingerprint, a hidden code pointing to the archetype your soul was born to embody? Carl Jung, the father of analytical psychology, believed that the deepest truths of who we are don't shout, they whisper. They live in symbols, in dreams, in subtle patterns woven into our everyday lives, and sometimes they live in the most unexpected places, like your blood. In ancient traditions, blood was sacred. It was the river of life, the thread of ancestry, the vessel of divine essence. Jung would have seen it not just as a substance, but as a symbol, a map of the unconscious, a bridge between who you appear to be and who you truly are. Each blood type may reflect a unique psychological pattern, a soul path encoded in the language of archetypes. From the meticulous architects of Type A to the fiery warriors of Type O, your blood might just hold the missing key to understanding your inner world. So if you've ever felt like there's more to your personality than meets the eye, you're right, and it's time to look deeper, because what flows through you may be trying to tell you who you really are. Let's decode the ancient wisdom of your blood. What if your blood is more than biology? What if it's a myth, still in motion? Carl Jung taught that deep within our psyche exists the collective unconscious, a reservoir of ancestral memory and universal patterns he called archetypes. These archetypes aren't just psychological, they show up in myths, dreams, behaviors, and even the way we navigate life. But consider this. What if these symbolic patterns don't just live in the psyche, but are also encoded in the very cells of our body? What if your blood itself is a sacred archive carrying echoes of generations long gone? Your DNA may map your biology, but your bloodline maps your story. It carries the symbolic essence of those who came before you, warriors, nurturers, seekers, mystics. Their triumphs and traumas don't just vanish, they ripple forward through time, often unconsciously shaping how you feel, how you choose, what you fear, and what you long for. You may find yourself repeating emotional cycles, gravitating towards specific challenges, or feeling called to break patterns without fully understanding why. That is not coincidence. That is archetypal memory. Your lineage is not just a list of names, it's a living myth, and you are its current chapter. You carry the unfinished prayers of your ancestors, their unspoken hopes, their soul-encoded wisdom. Spiritually, this means your healing is not just personal, it is ancestral. Every time you choose awareness over reaction, love over fear, or wholeness over fragmentation, you write a new ending to an old story. So the question is not simply what runs through your veins, but rather whose legacy are you completing, and more deeply, what myth are you here to rewrite through the quiet power of your blood? In the realm of the soul, light cannot exist without shadow. Carl Jung taught that to become whole, we must face the hidden parts of ourselves, the rejected, denied, or suppressed aspects he called the shadow. What if your blood type offers a symbolic key to these shadows? Each blood type may reflect not just a set of personality strengths, but also patterns of unconscious fear, resistance, or imbalance that silently shape your life. Type A may carry the shadow of perfectionism, an inner critic that whispers, "It's never enough." Type B might wrestle with inconsistency, chasing novelty to avoid the discomfort of stillness. Type AB can struggle with inner conflict, caught between extremes that blur self-definition. Type O, the primal warrior, may face shadows of impulsivity or control, needing action to avoid vulnerability. But here's the sacred truth. These are not flaws, they are fragments of power waiting to be integrated. Jung never spoke of suppressing the shadow. He spoke of alchemy, the transformation of darkness into light through awareness. Your blood type, when viewed symbolically, can serve as a mirror showing you where the healing lies. When you stop judging your emotional responses and start witnessing them, you begin the process of inner reconciliation. Your shadow, once feared, becomes your greatest teacher. As you own the qualities you've long disowned, you unlock hidden strength, compassion, and authenticity. Spiritually, this is the heart of transformation, not to become someone else, but to become whole. To no longer fear your depth, but to embrace it. Your blood may whisper of your archetypal pattern, but it is your consciousness that reclaims it. And in that reclamation, you turn shadow into sacred fuel for growth, for love, and for the fullest expression of your soul. Carl Jung taught that the goal of life is individuation, the process of becoming whole by integrating all aspects of the self, both light and shadow. In this sacred journey, we don't aim to become perfect, but to become authentically ourselves. Your blood type, when viewed symbolically, can offer a unique map for this inner path, a soul-coded blueprint pointing toward your specific growth arc. If you are type A, your journey may be from control to compassion. You carry a deep need for structure and harmony, but true healing comes when you release the grip of perfection and open your heart to the softness of self-forgiveness. Your strength is in order, but your growth lies in grace. If you are type B, your evolution is from scattering to centering. With a vibrant spirit and love for freedom, you may easily lose focus, but within you is a core of divine intention. When your curiosity aligns with commitment, you become a powerful force of innovation and insight. If you are type AB, your pathway leads from confusion to clarity. Living with dual energies can feel disorienting, but this complexity is sacred. Your soul was built to hold paradox. Integration, choosing truth without rejecting any part of yourself, is your key to inner peace. If you are type O, your transformation unfolds from impulse to purpose. You are born with fierce energy and leadership, but the deeper journey asks for conscious direction. Power without wisdom is noise. Power with awareness is legacy. Whatever your type, remember this. Individuation is not about fixing what is broken. It's about revealing what has always been whole. Your blood may carry the pattern, but your spirit carries the purpose. Walk your path boldly. Your soul remembers the way. Your blood is not just a physical substance. It is a sacred current, a river of life that flows through every corner of your being. Spiritually, it symbolizes the movement of your soul through time and form. Carl Jung often pointed to metaphors as windows into deeper truths, and few symbols are as rich as blood. In many ancient traditions, blood is seen as sacred, the very essence that binds the body to the spirit, the seen to the unseen. Think of your blood as the soul's river, flowing quietly yet powerfully within you. It carries not just oxygen and nutrients, but memory, emotion, and energy. It is the pulse of your aliveness, the constant reminder that you are both physical and eternal. When you tune into this current, you begin to sense the soul's silent journey. Its longing, its wisdom, its knowing. In mythology, blood is often portrayed as divine, a covenant, a sacrifice, a gift. Jung would have viewed these stories not as superstition, but as symbols pointing to deeper psychological and spiritual truths. Blood is a bridge. It links the conscious mind with the unconscious depths, the earthly with the archetypal. It flows between who you believe you are and who you truly are. When you meditate on your blood as more than biology, as a spiritual symbol, you begin to sense your life from a higher dimension. You realize your path is not random. It's written in the rhythm of your heart, in the movement of your breath, in the sacred red river flowing within. The soul's journey is never still. It's always in motion, always evolving. And through your blood, it speaks. Will you listen to its sacred whisper? Will you follow where it longs to flow? Your emotions are not just fleeting feelings, they are energy in motion, sacred messengers of your inner world. When we begin to understand our emotional tendencies through a spiritual lens, we open the door to healing and deeper self-awareness. Your blood type, symbolically, may reflect a unique emotional signature, a pattern that whispers clues about how you process, respond to, and carry emotion. If you're type A, you may be deeply empathic. You feel everything, others' needs, moods, and energies. But alongside this gift often lives a silent self-criticism, a harsh inner voice that demands perfection. Your emotional intelligence lies in learning to offer yourself the same compassion you so freely give others. If you're type B, you tend to be expressive and emotionally vibrant. Your heart is open, your feelings are real. Yet, You may sometimes disappear into your own world when things become too intense. Your spiritual task is to ground your emotions, to stay present, even when it feels easier to drift. If you're type AB, your emotional world is like a sponge. You absorb everything. You analyze, reflect, and often carry emotional complexity that others don't see. Your growth comes through boundaries, learning that not every emotion you feel is yours to hold. If you're type O, you're emotionally bold, protective of those you love, and passionate in your convictions. But that fire can flare into anger or impatience if left unchecked. Your path is about channeling this intensity into purpose-driven presence and grounded love. Jung believed that awareness is the beginning of transformation. When you understand your emotional pattern, you stop judging yourself and start integrating. Emotional intelligence is not about control, it's about communion with your spirit. And through that communion, real healing begins. You are not just the product of your own choices, you are also the living echo of those who came before you. Spiritually, your bloodline is more than biology. It is a symbolic path paved by the souls of your ancestors. Carl Jung believed that ancestral patterns, emotional, psychological, and even archetypal, can live on through generations, subtly guiding or limiting us until we bring them into conscious awareness. Your blood type may serve as a symbolic marker of this lineage, not just a medical fact, but a spiritual hint, a whisper from the past pointing to the archetypes that have moved through your family's story. Perhaps you inherited the warrior's fire, the healer's heart, or the mystic's vision. These traits, carried silently through time, can surface in your thoughts, your struggles, your passions, and often we are called not just to receive these patterns but to respond to them. Some cycles are meant to be continued, gifts passed down, wisdom preserved, but others are meant to be broken. Painful patterns of silence, shame, or fear may also live in your bloodline. These are not curses, they are invitations. When you become aware of the roles you've inherited, you gain the power to choose, to heal, to rewrite, to bless what once bound you. This is the sacred task of the soul, to honor the past without becoming imprisoned by it. You are your ancestors' wildest transformation. By living consciously, you bring light into the generational shadow. Your choices ripple backward and forward, rewriting not just your life, but the energetic DNA of those who came before and those yet to come. Through your blood, a greater story is being told, and now it's your turn to shape its next chapter, with truth, with healing, and with love. Your body is not just a vessel, it is a sacred symbol reflecting the invisible truths of your inner world. Carl Jung often spoke of the profound connection between psyche and soma, reminding us that our bodies are not separate from our spirit, but rather its visible expression. Every cell, every rhythm, every inherited trait, like your blood type, may hold symbolic meaning, echoing deeper truths about your soul's path. Your blood type, coursing through your veins, is one of the most intimate physical signatures you carry. It is written in the language of biology, yes, but also in the language of the soul. Jung would say it's no coincidence that what flows from the heart sustains life. Spiritually, what flows from your emotional heart, your thoughts, your feelings, your archetypal patterns, can shape your body just as much as nutrition or genes. Health is not just a physical state, it is often the body's response to the harmony or disharmony of the inner world. Each blood type may symbolically mirror emotional or psychological tendencies. Type A's sensitivity might make them prone to stress-related conditions. Type O's fiery intensity could manifest in inflammation or tension. These are not limitations, they are clues. They point you toward the areas of your soul that need attention, gentleness, or release. When you begin to see your body as a message rather than a machine, healing becomes sacred. You no longer fight symptoms, you listen to signals, you treat your body not with fear, but with reverence. Jung believed that wholeness means embracing all aspects of self, physical, emotional, spiritual. So the next time your body speaks, pause and listen. It may be echoing the voice of your soul, asking to be heard, understood, and brought back into loving alignment. Destiny is not something written in stone. It is something remembered through signs, symbols, and inner alignment. Your blood type is not a prediction of what will happen, but a sacred invitation. an energetic imprint, a subtle key. It whispers to your soul, not in commands, but in resonance. It offers a clue, a symbolic blueprint, to the archetype that already lives within you. Carl Jung taught that when we uncover the archetypes we most naturally embody, we find not only insight, but also direction. These inner patterns are not random. They reflect your strengths, your lessons, and your soul's unique path. Whether you feel the calm responsibility of type A, the creative current of type B, the harmonizing duality of type AB, or the courageous drive of type O, each one points to a deeper truth about who you're here to become. The power lies not in the label, but in the awareness. When you live in harmony with the symbolic energy your blood type reflects, life begins to flow with greater ease. Clarity replaces confusion, purpose replaces pressure. Your decisions feel more aligned. You no longer chase identity, you live from it. But this journey is yours to claim. Destiny cannot be forced, it must be accepted. Your blood type may be a starting point, but it is your willingness to live consciously that transforms insight into fulfillment. Jung would remind you, the goal is not to fit into a box, but to awaken your deepest essence. So pause and ask, what is my type calling me to remember? What truth does it reflect back to me? The more you align with that truth, the more your destiny stops feeling distant and starts feeling like home. And there you have it. Your blood type may be more than a medical fact. It could be a spiritual map, guiding you toward your truest self. Carl Jung believed that symbols are the language of the soul, and your blood might just be one of the most sacred symbols of all. Whether you're a deep-feeling type A, a creative type B, a balanced type AB, or a bold type O, remember, this isn't about labels, it's about awareness. It's about unlocking the part of you that's been waiting to be seen. If this message stirred something in you, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more soul-deep insights into who you truly are. New videos every week to help you decode your psyche and awaken your purpose. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know, what's your blood type? And did this message resonate with your soul's journey? Your voice might be the exact spark someone else needs to hear today. Until next time, honor your path, trust your inner symbols, and never forget, your soul has always known the way.